Hi guys, I'm Abhinav. I'm in Pune today where it's the round 2 of MRF's National Supercross Championship. And I've been invited here by TVS. With me is Aniruddh. He is a race engineer with TVS, and Aniruddh is the brain behind this motorcycle. This is a dirt bike. This is a supercross bike that TVS factory team has built, and it is based completely on an Apache RTR 200. Now, Aniruddh has been extremely gracious and generous here, and he's going to tell us all the secrets about this motorcycle. Hi, Aniruddh. Welcome to the channel.
Hi, Abhinav.
So, Aniruddh, this thing is a beauty. It's an absolute beauty. Can you please tell us all the changes that you've made on the motorcycle that differentiate it from a regular Apache that's available for you and me to buy in the market?
Yeah, so there's a lot of changes from the head to toe. There's a lot of changes done on this bike from the standard RTR 200 what we see on roads.
Okay.
So first you can see the look itself.
Yes.
Right, the look of this bike is totally different from what we see on road. And this is specially made to take the higher jumps on supercross tracks.
Right.
And with the increased suspensions from the stock.
So since you're talking about the suspension, let me just show them the suspension.
Yeah.
This is from the Apache RR 310, correct?
Yeah.
But obviously it's not the same.
No, it's not the same. The outer tubes what you see is from Apache RR 310. The inner of this suspension is totally modified for Supercross event.
Okay.
This year.
So what all is modified? It has a different cartridge?
Yeah, different cartridge. Different cartridge as in a cartridge is there in the standard as well.
Okay.
The length what we want, for the travel what we want, the cartridge is decided on the basis of it.
Right. So what is the travel? Because I see it seems just generous, quite generous.
Yeah, somewhere around 250 mm.
250 millimeters.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you just press down the suspension and show us how much
Sure.
travel, if at all? Right. So it's pretty hard this way because it's set up for supercross. It's supposed to take big jumps. So
yeah, it is supposed to take those bigger tabletops and bigger jumps. Doubles and triples also we have on this MRF track. So this is supposed to take all those the impacts which comes from the flat landing, the tabletop landing. Yeah.
So you say that this is from the stock motorcycle. What about the lower part of the suspension?
Yeah, even the lower part of the suspension is from our Apache only.
Okay.
This holds up to take the lower part, the lower brackets, as well as the outer tubes are from Apache.
Okay.
TVS Apache. As then after that, as we see the calipers, you see over right there.
Let's go over here.
Yeah. The front brakes and the rear brakes both are from Apache.
It's from the Apache RR 310.
Apache RR 310, yeah.
What about the front disc?
Front disc also, we have taken it from the Apache series of our own TVS manufacturer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what it looks like, a 280 mm sort of a rotor.
Yeah, this is somewhere around 300.
300. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the bigger wheel size.
Yes.
Right. So you were telling me earlier that rules dictate you can only take parts from Indian manufacturers, right?
Correct.
This is a Group C motorcycle.
Group C motorcycle.
Which is up till 260 cc.
Correct.
So you say the rims and the tires have been sourced from an Indian manufacturer.
Well. Yeah, because the rule says so that we have to take those all parts from the Indian manufacturer in original or modified form.
Right. So the front is a 21 inch.
Yeah, this is a 21 inch front and this 18 inch in rear.
And 18 inch rear.
Yeah.
So pretty standard dirt bike wheels. So at the front we are running an 80 by 100 into 21. This is a Maxxis, Max Enduro tire. I run this on my dirt bike back home. At the rear, I think it's a 100 or 110.
118.
Yeah, 118. So the higher profile, the taller profile it helps with the big jumps and absorbing
Correct.
the
That,
impact better.
we call it as an aspect ratio.
Right.
of
Yes.
the tire, yeah.
Right. So we just spoke about the front suspension. Let's just go to the rear suspension as well.
Sure.
Anything special about this rear suspension?
So rear suspension, this is modified according to our needs in Supercross.
Okay.
So again, as we modify the front forks based on the compression, how much compression degree we need, how much rebound we need, that's how we decide the rear suspension as well. The shims inside, the oils, those are changed according to our specifications.
Okay.
We have done very fine tuning in it, like we call our riders for testing. Once they test it, okay, and then we freeze it.
So is the suspension tuned separately for every single rider?
Yeah, according to weights, there are some fine tunings done, like the rebound settings.
Okay.
We have somewhere around 10 to 12 clicks, and those all clicks are tuned according to the rider's weight.
Right. And yellow spring, does that mean Olin's?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's about the By the way, what's the travel at the rear suspension?
So it is 81 mm.
81 mm. 81 mm sounds very low.
Yeah, that is for the rear. So that is how much we get for the Supercross.
Oh, okay. That's very surprising because I'm used to suspension travel being similar front and rear.
No, that's totally different then.
Yeah? Okay. All right. That's new to me. I had no idea. Okay, so we've covered the suspension, we've covered the wheels. Let's take a look over here at the front. So you guys run fat bars?
Yeah,
Have these been sourced locally or
locally.
locally? Oh, great. Okay, so the tees, are these custom or are these
No,
from
this
the...
is from the Indian. We have itself made it in the factory, inside factory.
Oh, okay.
So this is the base is from Apache 200.
Oh, all right.
Glam base is from Apache 200.
Right, and then this would have definitely been widened to accommodate the
Exactly, the
bigger
accommodating
diameter.
the bigger diameter of the front forks.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
these front forks are going into the Apache RTR.
Yeah. I think the outer dia of this spoke is about 51 mm,
Yeah,
51
yeah,
mm.
bigger.
Right. Okay, since we are over here, this is a quick throttle on the bike. You were telling me that this is about 72 degrees of rotation.
Yeah.
Most quick throttles have a shorter rotation that are available in the market. Those cheap Domino replicas for 1500 rupees. So, any specific reason why this has more travel?
So this is where we got the bands for lower RPM as well as the higher RPM as well, and the middle range also. So
Okay.
we decided to stick with that.
All right. Okay. What about this master cylinder? Is this from the Apache RR?
Yeah, this is the standard one.
RTR 200. Okay. Obviously steel braided brake lines, no ABS, nothing. Okay. The body kit also has been sourced locally.
We have separate vendors in Bangalore itself
Right.
who does this for us. And since you can see the new livery of
Yes, the Petronas
yeah,
TVS
so-
Racing livery.
Yeah, Petronas TVS Racing. We have recently tied up with them. So it's definitely a different new color on the bikes right now.
Yeah. Okay, so at the front you have a standard dirt bike, high
Mudguards,
mudguard. You've got a number plate.
Correct.
We've spoken about the body. It runs a plastic tank. What capacity?
It is somewhere around 5 liters.
5 liters. So a supercross race is about 10 minutes long, right?
Yeah.
So how much fuel do you put in for the race?
So somewhere around 3.5 is what we put in the tank.
Okay.
That is enough for running a motor. over here.
Right, and once the bike comes back in after the race, there's still plenty left.
Yeah, there's still plenty
Like,
left
there's
in
no
it.
chance of it running out,
No,
right?
no. There's no
Okay.
chance of doing it.
So, a lot of people sometimes get curious. What kind of fuel economy would a motorcycle like this give?
Yeah, definitely. Looking at this bike, we can get 7 or 8 as what it can give, and
My
which is
God.
true also. We don't get economic bikes like this.
Of course not. Of course
Yeah,
not.
because
This is just
these are-
out of curiosity.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, we've spoken about things that are on the outside. Let's get to the interesting part.
Yeah.
What is all of this. What are we running over here?
So you can see the Apache 200 engine
Right.
body outside, right? But whatever is inside is totally modified for
Right.
getting high power output.
Right.
So there's not running standard, but the things that are inside are totally suitable for
Right.
this.
Optimized for such kind of
and,
riding.
we have run the dyno test. We have tuned it on the dyno as well as on track. That is for this Supercross.
Okay, so you were telling me earlier this runs a big bore.
Yeah, the reboring, everything is done on the standard bike, standard bores.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a bigger bore engine.
It's a 72 forged piston inside. So what is the cubic capacity? Sorry, cast piston inside. What is the cubic capacity of this engine now?
So it is 232 cc.
232 cc.
Yeah, since we are running into 260 class, like up to 260 class,
right?
We have increased our bore size and maximize our power output to 232.
Right. So why did you not go bigger? Because Indian pistons aren't available in those bigger sizes, or any other reason?
There are Indian pistons available, but the thing is, there is a limit to everything, right?
Right.
So if we overbore, boring is available. Boring option, you can go till the end.
Yeah.
But overboring it may cause your engine to overheat.
Okay.
You may lose on your air jackets, the cooling jackets.
Right. Yes, of course.
The water jackets, you may lose on that. So
right.
This is optimized to this cc.
Right.
Obviously, we can go more, but overheating would be an issue.
Okay.
So you have to take that in mind.
And it runs a standard oil cooler?
Yeah, there's a standard oil cooler.
From the Apache RTR 200. Okay. So you were telling me earlier that you're not allowed to make any changes to the lower part of the engine.
Yeah.
So the gearing is standard?
It is standard.
Okay.
Standard from RTR 200.
Okay. What about the clutch?
Clutch is, it is from our RR310 itself.
Okay. So the stock clutch would be 4 plates, 4 springs, something like that.
Stock of Apache 200?
Yeah. And
so this we have got bigger, higher number of plates. Plus, higher number of plates, higher friction.
Right.
And
so it efficiently puts down the added power. Yeah. Which brings me to the question.
Yeah.
What kind of figures are we talking about over here?
Figures of what?
Power figures.
Power figures. So
I know you have dynoed it.
Yeah. So we have run a couple of tests on dyno. What we got is somewhere around 9 to 10 horsepower improvement in the standard horsepower, which is somewhere around 26.8
BHP at the rear wheel. My God. And this motorcycle, it doesn't weigh a lot, right?
No.
So what is the weight that we are looking at?
It is somewhere around 120 kgs.
120 kilos. Is that dry or is that curb with fuel and with oil?
With fuel and oil.
Oh, so ready to ride, it's 120 kilos.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Tell me something. The throttle body, is it bigger?
Yeah. Again, see, we can rebore the place where the butterfly wall comes in, right?
Okay.
So we can always rebore it and make it bigger to have higher increased air input.
Okay.
So that is what we have done.
All right. And what all changes to the head? This is a 4-valve head, right?
Yeah, this is a 4-valve head that you
can
see.
Is it ported, polished?
Ported, polished, yes. That is what we have done.
I believe you would have also tinkered with the compression.
Yes, it is not the standard compression what we run here, but little higher than that.
Okay. Would you be comfortable revealing?
I'm not in a position to reveal those figures, but yeah, we have definitely increased the compression to have a higher output.
All right. Okay, I see that you have a full system running on this motorcycle. Now, most dirt bikes that I see, like a motocross motorcycle, mostly that I see, the pipe just goes from here and straight here.
Yeah.
But most motorcycles that I see that are used for dirt riding, trail riding, they have this bend.
Yeah.
Anything specific?
So, main specific reason to have this bend is a proper free flow of the exhaust.
Okay.
Right. Whatever is coming out of engine, if it is restricted, you may lose on power.
Okay.
Because those pushed power, those pushed exhaust comes back in, and it lowers the output. Right.
Okay.
So what we want is a free flow.
Okay.
So if that it is meeting your requirements, it is good to have a bend.
Okay.
And this bend, we checked it on dyno, we got a higher power output.
All right. So tell me this, the engine mapping of this motorcycle, you're obviously running a custom ECU. It is by your partner Sherco?
No, it's not from partner.
Okay.
It's not from the Sherco.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're running a custom ECU,
Yeah.
you're running custom maps.
Yeah.
Where exactly does this motorcycle deliver its power? Is it more power, more punch, lower down? Does it have a good mid-range
So
or a
see,
top end?
Yeah, so see, this is a supercross vehicle.
Right.
And in supercross, we need that initial.
Okay.
So initial and mid-range, we would go till mid-range, but we don't look at the top end.
Okay.
So if the top end is low also, there's no problem.
Okay.
But what we focus is the initial range.
All right.
So we map it for those 2000 till 5000 RPM.
Oh,
That
okay.
is our band.
So that's
And,
where it puts out torque and it puts
exactly.
out its
it has to
BHP.
be that torquey whenever you open the throttle, whenever you whack open
Right.
the throttle, when a rider exits the turn
Right.
and whack open from 20% to 100%, he should feel that power, he should feel
Right.
the torque.
And what kind of torque figures are we looking at on this bike?
So again, that is somewhere around 27. It has increased.
27 Newton meters.
It
Wow.
has increased from the.
I think
standard.
most 200cc motorcycles, they make what, 21 Newton meters
Yeah,
max?
Exactly.
That's quite a lot of gain on such a light motorcycle.
Correct.
Okay, then, all right, so I think we'll have to wrap this up because now the event is
Yeah,
coming to
we should wrap
a
it up.
start. This exhaust was made in-house.
Yes, totally.
Okay, all right. I see that, you have done a lot of machining and you're using lowered foot pegs on this bike. Any particular reason?
So that's how the dynamics calls upon. Rider is comfortable to have a footrest over there.
Okay.
So we positioned it according to that.
Right. And these have been
These
machined
are
in-house?
Machined in-house, yeah.
Great. At the Hosur factory in Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
The rear subframe has been chopped off.
Yes.
Because obviously it's not a street bike, you don't need that kind of weight.
That weight we don't need, so we cut down on the weight over there.
Okay. So is the chassis more or less standard apart from, these little
Yeah, it is
alterations?
standard from the Apache 200
Okay.
only, yeah. So those all brackets which we don't need, which was adding weight, we have chopped off.
All right. Guys, take a good look at the bike. I'm going to show it to you. I apologize for the audio since this is a race environment. I don't have a controlled environment over here. Yeah, so this is the bike. Aniruddh,
Yeah.
why don't you sit on the bike for a moment? I just want, because a lot of people, they talk about seat height on motorcycles and how tall bikes are unrideable and all that bullshit. What kind of seat height are we looking at, by the way?
So this is 190 mm is what we have decided on from the footrest.
Oh, okay. But would you know from the ground?
Yeah, just add 15-20 more.
Oh, okay.
So see.
Just sit on the bike. My God, just look at the ground clearance. What kind of ground clearance is this? This is what, 300 mm plus?
Yeah, it's specifically higher from the what we see on the road bikes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like a
Definitely.
human could probably slide underneath easily. Great, man. Absolutely lovely. Do you mind starting the bike for us? Can you?
It's right now it is decoupled from here.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have removed the coupler.
Right.
We are ready for race now. So we
Don't
can
worry,
see
guys.
that,
I'll make you hear the bike once the races begin. Aniruddh,
Yeah.
one final question about this bike. I know it's not for sale. Something like this will never come out. It's not a production motorcycle. But how much money goes into building a motorcycle like this?
So we don't have the exact figures of
Off
price,
the top
but,
of your head.
the top of my head, probably around 3 to 4 lakhs.
3 to 4 lakhs
yeah.
on top of the bike.
Yeah.
That goes into making one of
Correct,
these
correct.
bikes. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
But most of the parts are from the standard RTR, so we don't put that much money into it.
Yeah.
But if a outsider of a privateer makes it, yeah,
Right.
that would be the cost.
It's going to cost that kind of money. All right, Aniruddh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
guys, if you have any comments, if you have any more questions about this motorcycle, leave them down in the comments box and I will try and get answers from TVS. I'm sorry we're doing this in a hurry. We have to wrap up this video. I would love to ask Aniruddh more and more and more about this bike, but I guess that's it for now. Aniruddh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.